Whoa! Whoa! Oh snap! What is that thing? Oh my god! What? It can go on land? That is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It can go on water too! Oh my god! That is so neat. What? What is this contraption? Why have I never seen this before in my life? Oh wait, it's a hovercraft. It's those things from Diddy Kong Racing. Well, that's kinda cool, I guess. How exactly does a hovercraft work? Well, the basic idea is that there is a concentrated airflow going through the bottom of the craft that is intended to create air pressure between the vehicle and the surface, to effectively reduce the friction to as close to zero as possible. Then, the back of the vehicle has a propeller or multiple propellers along with a rudder to move it forward and to change directions. One more important innovation that helps it work is the idea of a skirt, which is basically a material that packages the air with a hole at the bottom to let it out. The idea of hovercrafts, or at least a similar vehicle, dates all the way back to 1716 in Sweden. However, the first real implementation of something resembling a hovercraft was not until 1915, when an Austrian engineer created the first such glide boot, which rolls right off the tongue. It worked by using 4 engines and 2 propellers submerged under the water, with a final engine that blew air directly under it to create pressure. The idea of creating air pressure between the bottom of the vehicle and the area beneath it would be key to creating real hovercrafts later on. Similar vessels were created through World War I and II, however the idea of a modern hovercraft that people think of today wasn't devised until Christopher Crockrell came up with a key part of the design, something he called the momentum curtain, which was basically the idea of putting a metal ring of some sort around the airflow coming out of the bottom of the craft. The idea of the skirt didn't come until 1958 by Cecil Latimer Needham from Britain. So, what do we do for our hovercraft? Well, we went through a number of prototypes. The first thing we tried was taking a frisbee, cutting a hole into it to house the propeller, with the battery and motor attached to the top of the frisbee. We put a skirt around it with a trash bag and duct taped it on and cut a hole in the center. Well, it was way too heavy to work. So for the next one, we tried something a little different. We made it out of styrofoam and we made it rectangular, but with 2 different computer fans instead of the one. It worked a little, there wasn't too much friction and it moved a little extra, but it wasn't enough. Our last attempt was to mesh these 2 together. We made it styrofoam and circular with a single computer fan in the center, and without the skirt, this worked pretty well on hard surfaces. It would go a good distance with just a little bit of force applied, but it wouldn't work on carpeted surfaces at all, so we tried adding a skirt, which filled up and let it float, but it wasn't mobile. Oh well, happens. So what did we learn? We learned what kinds of fans worked. For example, our first makeshift fan made from a Coke can wasn't exactly ideal, especially when compared to the computer fans we wound up using. We also learned how to make a proper skirt after our many trials. The one on the final circular hovercraft worked significantly better than the one on our original frisbee. We also learned that we should probably spend more time designing before jumping into assembling the project, and do more research about what works and what doesn't. We learned that the size of the hole on the skirt majorly affects how it hovers. We also learned that carpet sucks for hovercrafts. Not to mention, we learned that it's nearly impossible to complete this assignment in budget. Also, we learned that we should probably have clear plans for meetings and we should show up on time. So clearly, it was a learning experience.